Hello, my name is Luis Morales, and this is my presentation, Reliability of a Dietary Questionnaire on Food Habits, Eating Behavior, and Nutritional Knowledge of Adolescents. The type of study I used for this assignment was cross-sectional. My problem statement for the research was how to better improve the dietary questionnaire by finding out results. Gaps in literature, I didn't have anything, so nothing applied. My purpose statement, you have to find out the reliability of a dietary questionnaire. Tentative research. Tentative research. Research approach can be divided into three types: deductive research, inductive research, and abductive research. For this, we use deductive research approach. The procedures for this were experimental. The methods we used was mixed methods. The Picot question for this was, how would a total of 78 students who were invited to complete the questionnaire for a nutritional assessment in which the nutritional questionnaire could be modified in a way to have a better understanding of the rest of the population as well. The information I've used was collecting epidemiologic dietary information represents associates, degree, indirect, the basic tool and biological process policy work of population. The link between unhealthy diet, inactive lifestyle, and chronic degenerative diseases similar to vast disorders, polygenic disease, and cancer is progressively well documented. Moreover, the relation between healthy food habits, adequate style, and nutrition and health education has been recognized in physiological state. Designing associate degree incisive nutrition intervention on a given sample of population needs identification of its biological process issues and first ones. My null hypothesis for this assignment was the reliability of each section would be low, but the alternative was that the reliability was actually a lot higher than was originally predicted. The test of my hypothesis was the reliability study is conducted following classical check theory principles. As a life of internal consistency, Cronbach's alpha was computed, where we tend to compute Pearson coefficient over correlation as a live temporal stability. According to a classical check theory, we tend to computed Cronbach's alpha and Pearson coefficient of correlation of every section total score, with the exception of section B. Aim of section B is to explain frequency of food consumption. This section isn't a scale within the terribly sense of the term, and therefore there's no total score. Therefore, we cannot calculate Cronbach's alpha and Pearson coefficient of correlation of the whole score. However, we tend to measure temporal stability of every item of section B. The applied mathematics package for the social sciences was used. The results found for this assignment were Table 1 reports the measures of internal consistency in Cronbach's alpha and therefore the stability measures. Pearson correlation coefficients for every of the 8 sections computed between the two administration total scores. Cronbach's alpha range from a minimum of 0.55 to a most of 0.75, indicating that the section with a poor internal consistency are sections G, H, and I. Section E has Cronbach's alpha capable 0, 59 indicating an almost ample score. Pearson correlation was a custom assess test retest responsibility on the various to 68 students who completed the form double. As shown in Table 1, the responsibility for every of the sections is incredibly high. Pearson correlation coefficients vary from a minimum of 0.78 to a most of 0.88, indicating a really smart temporal stability of the form. All Pearson correlation coefficients are statistically important with P. The conclusion was the traditional dietary assessment strategies generally used to live dietary intakes aren't continue applicable to get data on consumption behaviors and to assess the impact of a nutritional education program. We tend to believe that this one will live the consequences of nutrition interventions on adults and has given it stability, including comparison over time. The instrument has low prices and is simple to administer and analyze. Moreover, it might be changed fitly to suit the requirements of alternative population, but furthermore. The form was for the population. The form was self-administered to a sample of scholars, finding out in 4 sections of the second year in Pavia, Italy. A complete of 78 students were invited to finish the form. Selected subjects were first recruited for a nutritional intervention. In all, 72 students completed the questionnaires through the primary administration. The 72 adolescents range in the age kind of 14 to 17. Y standard deviation of 15 equals 15.1. 59 females and 13 males. Of those, 68 subjects completed the form throughout the second administration 1 week later. The sample was a sample of 78 adolescents who were tested with the questionnaire. We can skip this. The level of measurement for this assignment was the nominal level of measurement. For data analysis, Cronbach's alpha tiers from at least 0.55 to a most of 0.75. Section E has Cronbach's alpha identical to 0.59, indicating an almost enough score. Pearson correlation changed into used to elevate. Validate retest reliability at the ranks of the 68 college students who finished the questionnaire twice. As proven to Table 1, every student should be very high. Pearson correlation coefficients variety from at least 0.78 to a most of 0.88, indicating a supertemporal balance of the questionnaire. The objective of the study was to assess reliableness of a dietary form on food habits, feeding behavior, and organic process information of adolescents. Proof for reliableness measured as temporal stability of the form was indicated by the Great Pearson correlation coefficients obtained for every section. For reliableness meant as an internal consistency, the sections on food habits, C, physical activity and manner, D, self-efficacy, F, and food, safety, and behavior and hygiene practices, J, showed a decent reliableness. Section E on healthy and unhealthy dietary habits and food had a virtually acceptable reliableness, whereas section barriers to alter, G, nutrition information, H, associated degrees, food safety knowledge, I, showed an unacceptable reliableness. These are my references. My metacognitive reflection was the reason why I chose this article, because I myself am very interested in the nutrition and well-being of me and others. I feel it is something that should be frequently discussed due to all the issues having to do with health in the U.S. It is a big issue and it can help resolve a lot of main issues.